Mishra 15, Arshendra Nath Singh 22, Shreya Singh 28, Arnav Sharma 7, Divyanshi Pandey 34, Sanvi Sharma 33, Mantasha Raza 25, Kavya Oja 6, Marvi Singh 1, Adraja Singh 31, Supriya Yadav 18, Tejas Singh 19, Smith Baviskar 23, Buranuddin 14, Kushagra Reddy 9. Participants, you are required to please go on the backstage. Move to the backstage.
Sir.
Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to our good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to our exciting event, the voiceover competition, exploring the wonders of science. Today, we are going to travel into a world of imagination, creativity, and expression. Our participants will use just their voices to bring the great personalities to life. From dramatic dialogues to fun narrations, they will show us how powerful and magical our voice can be. Voiceovers are not just about reading words, they're about feeling, expression, and connecting with the audience. So, get ready to be entertained, inspired, and amazed by our talented young voices. Through this competition, we at EUREKA want to create powerful public speakers who can deliver passionate and persuasive speeches. It aims to captivate the audience, evoke emotions, and inspire reflection on the speech presented. Now let me read the rules. Participating teams and judges, please take care of the rules. Only one participant from the primary section will represent each school in this competition. The participant has to be dressed as an eminent scientist, environmentalist he or she is portraying. The presentation should not take more than 3 minutes and must be in English. The presenter must have an important message or a few lines quoted by the personality chosen. The participant can showcase his or her own creativity to portray the personality depicted. Exceeding the given time limit will fetch a negative marking of -10 from the total marks obtained. Now, these are the marking scheme. Facial expression, 10 marks. Diction, 10. Costume attire, 10. Eloquence, 10. Creativity, 10. So let's begin with the competition.
Thank you, Nazia ma'am. Before starting with the competition, let me introduce you all to our judges. We are privileged to have with us Ms. Abhilasha, a highly accomplished academician with triple postgraduate degrees, twice in English and also in ancient Indian history and education. With an impressive 37 years of experience as a principal, coordinator, and subject teacher of English, she has dedicated her life to nurturing young minds and fostering excellence in education. We extend a warm welcome to Ms. Abhilasha and are honored to have her as one of the judges for today's event. Please put your hands together for Ms. Abhilasha. We are also delighted to welcome Ms. Anisha Saxena, who holds a BSc, B.Ed, and an MA in English. She brings with her 20 years of rich teaching experience as a PGT in English, inspiring countless students through her dedication and passion for the language. We are honored to have Ms. Anisha Saxena as one of the judges for today's event. Please put your hands together for Ms. Anisha Saxena. Okay, now let's start with the competition. And our first participant is Arnav Sharma, and his code is EISEO07. Arnav Sharma, can we have you on the stage? Okay, just a minute, participants. The first buzzer you will hear at 2 minutes 30 seconds. That means you still have 30 seconds left. And the second and the final buzzer will be after 3 minutes. And after that, if you continue speaking, it will lead to deduction of marks. Arnav, you can go ahead.
Have you ever wondered why science is so important? Good afternoon, everyone. Science is like a lamp in a dark cave. It helps us see what was always there, just waiting to be discovered. Albert Einstein once said, "The important thing is not to stop questioning." Every great scientist begins with a question, a spark of curiosity that can change the world. One such scientist is Dr. Frederick Ramsdell, an immunologist, someone who studies how our immune system protects us. On October 6, 2025, Dr. Ramsdell was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine, one of the greatest honors in science. But here's the incredible twist. When the Nobel Committee announced his name, he wasn't in a lab or giving a lecture. He was off-grid, trekking through the mountains. No phone, no signal, just the sound of wind and nature. When he finally got the news, his wife shouted, "Fred, you just won the Nobel Prize." Imagine hearing that while hiking. But why did he win it? Dr. Ramsdell, along with 2 other scientists, discovered something called regulatory T cells, tiny peacekeeper cells in our body, which help and make sure that our immune system doesn't attack us by mistake. Without them, the body could turn against itself, causing diseases like diabetes or arthritis. Their discovery helps doctors to understand how to keep the immune system balanced and brings new hope to millions of people around the world. As Dr. Ramsdell himself said, it's not about the prize, it's about seeing the impossible become possible. So the next time you wonder why something happens, don't stop there. Ask another question, because the real adventure of science isn't just in the labs, it's in the curious mind that dares to explore, maybe even yours. Thank you.
Arnav, that was amazing. Judges, please note, some of the teams will be playing background music or they'll have presentations, but that doesn't carry extra marks, right? The marks are only on the parameters mentioned on the judgment sheets.
Judges, please note, he took 3 minutes 9 seconds.
Next, up on the stage, Samiksha Yadav, EISEO 21. Samiksha Yadav. Okay, not a problem. Saubhagya Tripathi, EISEO 27. You have? Please put your hands together for Saubhagya Tripathi and let's welcome him.
you can start.
Don't worry, be patient. Next can be another one can be called. Saubhagya, you are getting time to relax.
Are you ready? Yes? Okay. Yes, you may start.
Hello everyone, I am Archimedes, the scientist of ancient Greek. I love to explore why the things float and sink. One day, while having bath, I noticed when I entered the water level rose. That is what I discovered, and now it is known as Archimedes' principle. It says that if the body is immersed in water, it experiences upward force which is equal to the fluid displaced by it. Let me explain with the example. Here I have the ball and I carefully put the ball in the water. The ball floats. Why? Because ball has displaced some water and the upward force of the water called buoyant force has made it rise up. And if I try to push it down, I can feel that a buoyant force of the water strongly. If the buoyant force is less than the weight of the ball will sink. And if the buoyant force is more than the weight of the ball will float. And if it is partly on water, that means the buoyant force has equaled the weight of the ball. So, remember, when you play with the ball and pool, you are actually doing science. One of the famous quote of mine is, "You give me the place to stand and I will move the earth." Thank you.
Well done, Archimedes. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Kindly note, the participant took 2 minutes 32 seconds. Thank you.
Next, we have Samiksha Yadav, EISEO 21. Please put your hands together for Samiksha Yadav.
You may begin.
A scientist in his laboratory is not only a technician, he's also a child before natural phenomena which impress him like a fairy tale. Good afternoon, born press media, young minds, and seekers of knowledge. I'm Mary Salomia Sklodowska Curie, a physicist, a chemist, and lifelong believer in the power of science. My laboratory once glowed with radium. Now, this whole cell glows with your imagination. Dear future of discoveries,
Over a century ago, I stepped into laboratory filled with mystery where invisible rays called radiation danced through matter, and no one yet knew their secrets. I gave my life to the search for knowledge, discovering polonium, radium, and coining the term radioactivity. It was not fame I sought, but truth. Because to me, science was not only a career, it was a mission to understand the world, to improve it. Many question my place in science, not because of my ideas, but because I was a woman, I stood firm. Because I believe nothing in life is to be feared. I believe science has only no nationality, no gender, only curiosity and courage. Let science live not just in book, but in our hearts and hopes. In today's world, full of challenges from climate change to disease, we must remember this. Let science be our lantern, not our fear. Let us invest in mind that question, in experiment that fail and succeed, and in people who dare to discover. Remember that the bravest act of science often starts with a small stubborn hope, refusal to accept just the way it is. When experiment fail, when doubt knocks, let your curiosity burn brighter than your doubt. When the world seems too big to change, let your patience and kindness be your instrument. My legacy does not lie in medals or titles, but in the students, doctors, dreamers who carry science forward. Thank you so much. I must say that your attention had more energy than all my experiments combined, to be honest. Long life science, long life discovery. Thank you.
Thank you. A round of applause for such a captivating performance. So, judges kindly note the team EISEO 21 took 2 minutes 32 seconds, 52 seconds.
Next we have Arshi Karki, code EISEO 10 on the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. I was born in Poland in 1867 as Mary Sklodowska, but the world knows me by the name which I carried in France as Marie Curie. From a young age, I loved learning, but in my country, women were not encouraged to study in high universities and complete their study. But I refused it to stop me from learning. Later, I moved to Paris, studied at Sorbonne, where my life changed. I met my husband, Marie Curie, and together we began our lifelong journey of scientific discoveries. After years of hard work, we discovered two new elements: polonium, which I named after my homeland, and radium, which brought a new hope in medicine. After all, it was not an easy journey. We walked in cold, lifting heavy materials, often falling ill. But we never gave up. We believed that knowledge is the most powerful force for progress. I faced many obstacles as a woman in science. Many of me know me as the only person who have got 2 Nobel Prizes in 2 different sciences, physics and chemistry. But our never mattered to me. What mattered was learning, knowledge, and service to people. I have always believed one thing in my life. Nothing is needed to be feared, it's only needed to be understood. And it's time to understand more so we will fear less. And that's the message today I have with you. Do not fear to unknown, do not fear to failure. Instead, be curious, be determined, and seek to understand, because understanding brings hope and hope brings changes. Also, science is not far away from us. It is in the medicine that heals us, it is in the technology that connects our voices. It is in the electricity that lights our houses, and it is in the discoveries that shape our future. So let us respect science, celebrate science, and use it responsibly for good of all us, and together let's say, long live curiosity and long live science, long live knowledge. Thank you.
Wow, that was an amazing performance and delivering a good message that we should all be curious.
Judges, please note, team 10 took 2 minutes 15 seconds.
After Arshi, we have Kisma Fatima with the code EISEO 16. Please put your hands together for Kisma.
Namaste. I am Kalpana Chawla, an astronaut, a scientist, a daughter of India, and a dreamer who touched the stars. As a little girl in Karnal, I would lie on the terrace, looking at the night sky, wondering what lies beyond those stars. People said, a girl can't become an astronaut. But science said, yes, she can. So I studied, trained, and flew aboard the space shuttle Columbia. I saw a beautiful Earth, fragile, blue, and borderless, up there floating in space. I realized science is the bridge that connects us all. It connects land to sky, humans to the universe, and dreams to reality. I was not alone in that spacecraft. With me, there were years of research, inventions, teamwork, and the hopes of millions. Remember this, the path of science is not always easy. It takes patience, it takes courage, but in the end, it gives you wings. And if a girl from Karnal can reach the stars, so as can you. Let's say it all together. Long live science, long live the dream that takes us beyond fear and beyond limits. Thank you.
That was a perfect blend of creativity and confidence. Judges, please note, EISEO 16 took 1 minute 32 seconds.
Next, we have Mrigakshi Pathak, EISEO 35. Mrigakshi Pathak, EISEO 35.
Good morning, everyone. I want to tell you about something I carry with me everywhere. Not in my pocket, but in my mind. It's an idea, a wild, beautiful, and slightly mischievous idea, which I believe changes everything. I am Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, a scientist, a teacher, and a dreamer of strong, self-reliant India. Today, I'm here to speak about something very close to my heart, science. What is science? Science is the reason why we can fly in the sky, talk on mobile phones, get cured from dangerous diseases, and even land on the moon and Mars. Science is not magic, but the beauty of logic, learning, and curiosity. I always believed science is a beautiful gift to humanity. We should not distort it. My journey with science. I was born in a small town called Rameshwaram. I came from a humble background, but with the help of science and education, I became a part of India's missile programs. I worked with ISRO and DRDO and helped build Agni and Prithvi missiles. People started calling me Missile Man of India, but I always remained a simple scientist because science gave me that strength. My young friends, I have a message for you. Science is not only for scientists, it's for every child who asks why. Every time you ask a question and try to find its answer, you are doing science. Let us use science to help farmers grow better crops, clean our environment, make India strong and self-reliant, and make life easier for the poor, all for positive and productive causes. Let us all take a pledge. We will love science, we will learn science, we will use science to help people and our nation. Say with me, my friends, long live science, long live knowledge. Jai Hind.
That was a very cute and amazing performance, young APJ Abdul Kalam. Please give her a big round of applause. That was very cute.
Judges, please note EISEO 35 took 2 minutes 33 seconds.
After our respected Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, we have Naisha Chandani, EISEO 17 on the stage.
Namaste everyone. Namaste everyone. Some ideas, some discoveries, and some people live on long after they are gone. This is the essence of long-lived science. It's about a legacy that continues to grow, a ripple effect that benefits generation. Science is organized knowledge, and it's a fact. But what is the true power of science? Isn't it the way it changes our life every single day? Think for a moment. Could we imagine a world without electricity, mobile phones, medicines, or without space exploration? From the discovery of the gravity to the microscope to the tiny world of cells and germs, the telescope showed us the vast beauty of stars and galaxies. From the invention of the wheel to the space rockets to today's artificial intelligence, the science has brought us comfort through machines, speed through modern vehicles, and health through powerful medicines and vaccines. My name may not be as well known as others. They call me the woman who sweetened India's sugar. Yes, Dr. Janki Amal, you heard me right. I am the reason for the sweet sugarcane on your table. I meticulously crossbred 2 different sugarcane varieties at the Sugarcane Breeding Institute, creating a hybrid that was not only high yielding but also more resistant to disease. This discovery teaches us ethics, how knowledge must not serve power but serve all. I am a born wanderer and there is a great restlessness in me. And I've understood that science isn't just about experiments. It's about practical solutions that improve lives. As you can see, the beautiful magnolias in the botanical garden is the constant reminder for the same. As we all know, nothing in a life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. This is the spirit of science. It removes fear. It replaces superstition with knowledge and gives us hope for the brighter future. At the same time, we must remember that science is a tool. It is in our hands, whether we use it for peace or for destruction. Friends, science is endless. The more we discover, the more mysteries remain. And lastly, always remember my words. No matter who you are or what people say, you can't do. You can achieve your dreams if you love what you do. Work hard and never give up. So let us salute the spirit of discovery, invention and knowledge. And let us use science for the good of all and proudly say together, long live science. Thank you.
That was simply mesmerizing, full of talent, energy and expression. Judges, please note Team EISEO 17 took 3 minutes 3 seconds.
After Naisha, we have Yuvan Singh with the code EISEO 11.
Ladies and gentlemen who are present and who are not, when you hear the radio, think also about the fact how people have come to possess such a wonderful tool of communication. The origin of all technical achievements is the divine curiosity and the play instinct of the working and thinking researcher, as well as the constructive fantasy of the technical inventor. Think of Oersted, who as the first person noticed the magnetic effect of electric currents, of Race, who as the first one made use of this effect to generate sound by using electromagnetism, of Bell, who as the first person converted sound waves into variable electric currents with his microphone using sensitive contacts. Think also of Maxwell, who showed us the existence of electric waves by using a mathematical way. Think of Hertz, who was the first person generated them with the help of a spark and thus proved them. Think especially of Leibniz, who invented an unprecedented measuring instrument for electric pulses, the electric valve tube. It was also an ideal and simple instrument to generate electric waves. Think gratefully of the big number of unknown engineers who simplified the instruments of communication via radio and adapted them to mass production in such a fashion that they have become ready to be used by everybody nowadays. And everybody should be ashamed who uses the wonders of science and engineering without thinking and having mentally realized not more of it than a cow realizes of the botany of the plants which it eats with pleasure. Think also about the fact that it is the engineers who make true democracy possible. They facilitate not only the daily works of the people, but also make the works of the finest thinkers and artists accessible to the public. The pleasure of these works had recently still been a privilege of the preferred classes. Thus, the engineers wake the people from their sleepy bluntness. The radio has to fulfill a special and unique function for international reconciliation. Up to now, peoples got to know each other almost only with the help of the distorting mirror of their own daily press. Radio shows them to each other in their most vivid form and mainly from their amicable side. Thus, it will contribute to end the feeling of bilateral strangeness, which so easily turns to mistrust and hostility. With this attitude, look at the results of the creation which this exhibition offers the astonished senses of the visitors. Thank you.
Please put your hands together for Yuvan.
That was an amazing performance. He really brought Albert Einstein to life. Please clap for him, students and teachers who all are present here.
Judges.
After Yuvan, we have Adya Tripathi, EISEO 38.
Judges kindly note, EISEO 11 took exactly 3 minutes.
Namaste everyone. I am Kalpana Chawla, the girl who once looked at the night sky in Karnal, India and whispered to the stars, "One day I will meet you." Little did I know that dream would take me all the way to NASA and into the infinite wonders of space. As a child, I loved to cycle to the flying club in my town. The airplanes above me made my heart race. Science became my wings and curiosity became my engine. When I joined NASA, I wasn't just representing myself. I carried the dreams of millions of Indians, especially girls, who were told again and again, Science is not for you, but I've proved science is for anyone who dares to dream. And do you know what I saw from space? The Earth. So small, so fragile, floating like a blue marble in the darkness. No borders, no divisions, just one beautiful home for all of us. That's the true wonder of science. It does not divide, it unites. I once said, the path from dreams to success does exist. May you have the vision to find it, the courage to get on it, and the perseverance to follow it. These words were not just for me, they are for you, my young friends. If a little girl from Karnal could reach the stars, then why not you? Dream big and let science be your guide. Science gave me wings to touch the stars. But the real message is this. If you dare to dream and work hard with courage, nothing is impossible. So dear friends, long live science, long live curiosity, and long live the dreams that makes our world brighter. Thank you.
Let's clap for a little Kalpana Chawla. You have truly lit up the stage with your energy and enthusiasm. Judges kindly note, Team EISEO 38 took 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Now we have Chinmay, code EISEO 05.
Chinmay is not.
Okay, judges, please note, Chinmay is not there. Next, after Chinmay, we have Shivoy Tripathi, code EISEO 04. Please put your hands together for Shivoy.
Jai Jagat to everyone. I, Michael Faraday, was born on 22nd September 1791 into a poor family in London. So at the age of 13, I had to leave school to help support my family and found my first job as a delivery boy for a local bookbinder. In 1812, I was 21, a customer at the bookshop, impressed by my dedication to science, gave me a ticket to attend a series of lectures by Sir Humphrey Davy, one of the most famous scientists of the time. The lectures left me awestruck. I took detailed notes and bound them into a neat book and sent them to Davy, along with a letter asking for a job. Davy was so impressed by my dedication and passion that he soon hired me as his assistant, an opportunity that changed the course of my life. A year later, in 1813, I was invited to join Davy and his wife on an 18-month European tour. During the trip, I met many influential scientists, expanding my knowledge and connections in the scientific world. After returning to England in 1815, I resumed my work at the Royal Institutions, helping Davy and other scientists with their experiment. Few years later, I began to make my own groundbreaking discoveries and published my first work on electromagnetic rotation, which laid the foundation for the electric motor. My most breakthrough came in 1831 when I discovered electromagnetic induction, the principle behind the electric transformer and generator. This was a turning point, converting electricity from a mere curiosity into a powerful new technology that would change the world. Though I continued to make important contributions to science, unfortunately, in the early 1840s, my health began to decline. I slowed down my all research and spent my last years at a house in Hampton Court, given to me by the government in the recognition of my extraordinary contributions to science.
On August 25th, after a long struggle with health issues, I passed away, leaving behind a legacy that continues to influence the world today. Sometimes we do not know what will be the result, but we still try, for who knows what is possible. Thank you and have a great day.
That was a brilliant performance, young Faraday. You captured the essence of the scientist beautifully. Please clap for him. Yes, thank you all.
Team 04 took 2 minutes 54 seconds.
Next we have Adya Maurya, EISEO 3030.
Good morning and Jai Jagat everyone. I am Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. As a scientist and former President of India, I've always believed in the power of dreams and innovation. Dream, dream, dream. Dreams transform into thoughts and thoughts result in action. These words reflect my passion for igniting young minds and promoting scientific thinking. India's space mission and missile developments have been significant achievements. Let's harness our potential and work towards a brighter future. When I worked with our brilliant scientists at ISRO and DRDO, we faced many challenges, but we never gave up. Failures only made us stronger and more determined to succeed. You always have to dream before your dreams can come true. Let's dream big and strive to make our achievements. Thank you.
Simply mesmerizing. Judges, please note team EISEO 30 took 1 minute 18 seconds.
After Adya Maurya, we have Alvina Ansari, code EISEO 12.
We are the first generation who can feel the impact of climate change and the last generation who can do something about it. Good afternoon, respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends. I stand before you today not as a politician, not as a scientist, but as a student who has one question. Will science save us or will we ignore its warnings? Science has given us medicines to cure diseases, rockets to touch the stars, and technology to connect us across oceans. But the same science also gives us a warning. Our planet is in danger. Rising temperatures, floods, forest fires, and plastic choking our oceans. Friends, this is not a science fiction. This is real. This is now. As Greta Thunberg once said, this is all wrong. I should be in school. Yet, you come to us, young people, for hope? How dare you? Yes, how dare we ignore the signs? How dare we pretend everything is fine while people are suffering, ecosystems are collapsing, and species are vanishing forever? Science is crystal clear, and if we do not act, the earth will become too hot, too polluted, too dangerous. Friend, Greta also warned, the eyes of all the future generations are upon you, and if you choose to fail us, we will never forgive you. Friends, let us not fail. Let us use science not only for inventions, but also for protection. Let us plant trees, reduce plastic, and save energy. Let us stand together for a greener tomorrow. Because, as Greta said, The world is waking up and change is coming, whether you like it or not. So let us choose science. Let us choose life. Long live science, long live our planet. Thank you.
Thank you, dear students, for giving this beautiful message. Yes, children, we all can do our bit. We all can take small efforts and they will lead to big achievements. We all can make a difference, like the student said. So please clap for her. Thank you.
Judges, please note, Team EISEO 12 took 2 minutes 28 seconds.
Next on the stage, Kushagra Koro, code EISEO 2020.
The reward of science is not recognition, but the happiness of making the life better for others. Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Yela Pragada Subbarao. My name may not appear in your textbooks, but my life work has saved millions of lives. I was born in a small town in India. My family struggled with poverty, but my elder brother, Ramadasu, gave up his own studies so that I could continue mine. His sacrifice shaped my journey, but destiny was harsh. My beloved brother later fell ill. Despite all my efforts, but I could not save him. His loss filled me with grief, but also a burning purpose to dedicate my life towards medicine, so that none other family would face the same pain. From that moment, I decided that science would be my service to humanity. In America, I discovered the power of folic acid, which helps the body to build healthy blood. My work led to the discovery of tetracycline, a life-saving antibiotic, and methotrexate, a medicine used to fight with cancer. These discoveries still protect people all around the world today. I never sought recognition. As I often said, it matters little who receives the credit, but what truly matters is the humanity is healed. My brother's sacrifice lit fire in me. The every healed patient is my tribute to him and to science. I may not be in the history books, but I live in the every dose of medicine, every saved life, and every smile that science brings back. As long as young minds are curious and compassionate, science will live forever. And I, as Dr. Subbarao, stands here to remind you that curiosity and dedication can change the world. So let's continue to explore, to question, and to serve, that through science, life truly lives long. So let us say together, long live science. A good physician treats the disease, but a great physician treats the patient who has the disease. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Really a hallmark of a true scientist. Thank you so much, audience. Kindly please applause for the participant to motivate them. Judges, kindly note, EISEO 20 took 2 minutes 56 seconds.
Up on the stage now, we have Sanskriti Mishra, code EISEO 15.
Namaste. I am Gaura Devi, a daughter of the Himalayas and the mother of the trees. I was born in a small village in Uttarakhand, surrounded by forests, rivers, and mountains. For us, the forest was never just wood to cut or sell. The forest was our mother. It gave us food, fuel, water, and fresh air. That is why I say today, long live science, but not the science that destroys the nature. I believe in the science that teaches us respect for the earth, the science that protects life. In 1974, men came to our village to cut the trees. They had axes in their hands, but we had only courage in our hearts. I told the villagers that the forest are our mothers. So we ran to the forest and hugged the trees tightly. I shouted, "The axe will have to strike me before it strikes the tree." That day, the loggers could not even cut one tree. And this is how the Chipko movement started. Chipko means to hug. We hug the trees to save them. At first, people laughed at us. They said, "What can you people do?" But we showed the world that with love and courage, we can protect life itself. We already know that without trees, there is no food, no water, and no life. Friends, a tree is not just a wood. It is a life standing tall. Everyone, I request you all to join me. Please keep your right hand on your heart and repeat after me. I pledge to protect trees as protectors of life. I pledge to stand for forests, nature, and earth. I pledge to plant more trees for a greener tomorrow. Everyone, let us make a promise to plant one tree every year. So let us say with love and courage, long live science, long live our forests. Thank you.
Amazing job done, dear. And yes, audience, we all have taken a pledge today that we will protect our trees, we will not cut trees, and we will plant more and more trees. Okay, please clap for her.
Judges, please note, Team EISUO 15 took 2 minutes 45 seconds.
Next on the stage are Shendra Nath Singh, code EISEO 2222.
Do you hear that? No? That's what the world... You think it's silence, right? That's what the world believed. Until I, Jagdish Chandra Bose, decided to listen more carefully. Yes, over 100 years ago, I wanted to prove that plants are not lifeless statues. I built a special instrument called the crescograph. With it, I could magnify the tiniest movement of plants. And what did I discover? Plants breathe. Plants respond. Plants rejoice in light, but suffer in pain. Give them warmth, they stretch happily. Give them poison, they shrink and wither, just like us. People laughed at me. They said, "Bose, plants cannot feel." But I showed them. Plants do feel. They talk, not with words, but with movements, with signals, and with invisible whispers of life. And now, if I were alive today, what would these plants tell us? Okay. I can almost hear them. We are burning. The earth is heating. You cut us down and the rains vanish. You fill the skies with smoke and we gasp. You poison the rivers and we ache. Oh, human, don't you see? When you hurt us, you are only hurting yourself. Plants warn us of global warming, of floods, of storms, and of course, of the danger we have brought upon our own species. They would say, save us, and we will save you. And we will save you. My dear friends, I am Jagdish Chandra Bose. I proved a century ago that plants are alive. They feel, they respond, but today they are crying for help. So listen, truly listen, before it's too late. Because today the question isn't, can plants talk? But the question is, can humans finally hear? The true laboratory is the mind, where illusion uncovers the law of truth. Thank you.
A big round of applause for such an inspiring act. Judges, please note, EISEO 22 took 3 minutes, 27 seconds.
After that amazing performance, we have Shreya Singh, code EISEO 28.
They called it barren, but we saw a forest waiting to be born. Hello everyone, I am Sabarmati Tikki, a daughter of the soil, a believer in science, not the kind locked in laboratories, but the kind that breathes through every leaf, every grain, every drop of rain. In the heart of Odisha, my father and I stood before 90 acres of wasteland. No crops grew there, no birds sang there, but we had a vision and science was our ally. Many years ago, I realized that chemical farming is harming our soil, our water, and even our health. That's why I started a farm called Sambhav, which means possible. Through seed conservation, system of rice, and organic farming, we turned the lifeless land into a lush green food forest. Clove beans, chalk beans, and sword beans, and even black rice. Science made it all possible. For these efforts, I received the Nari Shakti Puraskar in 2018 and the Padma Shri in 2020. But my true reward is when young people like you take the interest in environment and farming. My message is simple. If we take care of the soil will take care of us. Together, let's protect biodiversity, grow food with respect, and live closer to Mother Earth. Together, we can make the future and the earth happy, healthy, green, and sustainable. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing such an inspiring message with us today, dear.
Team 28 took 2 minutes, 11 seconds.
After that inspiring message, we have Divyanshi Pandey with the code EISEO 34.
Good afternoon,
respected judges, fellow explorers, and curious minds. My name is Marie Curie, and I am here to share the wonders of science and a message of perseverance and joy. Ever since I was a little girl in Poland, I loved reading and learning about the mysteries of our world. People told me that women cannot become explorers. But I smiled and thought, I will try harder. My dream was to discover something new, something that could help everyone. When I moved to France and studied at university, it wasn't easy. There were long nights, cold rooms, and so many experiments. But every challenge made me stronger. I invented new ways to study elements. My husband, Pierre, and I discovered radium and polonium. Imagine, the world had never seen these before. I became the first woman to win the Nobel Prize, and then I won it twice. People said that it was impossible, but I believed nothing in the life is to be feared. It is just to be understood. Sometimes I made mistakes, but I never gave up. Sometimes things went wrong, but I took a deep breath, learned from it, and tried again. And guess what? Science is not just in big labs. You can become a scientist in your own home. Ask questions about stars, plants, and even how water changes into ice. The more you explore, the brighter your future becomes. So remember, even if the road is tough and people doubt you, stay curious, smile, and believe in yourself. Every one of us has a part to discover, to help, and to shine bright like radium. Thank you, and may you all light up the world with your discoveries.
That's a brilliant performance, Marie Curie. You really brought Marie Curie to life with your confidence and voice.
Team EISEO 34 took 2 minutes 34 seconds.
Okay, dear audience, let's take a break and honor our judges, our esteemed judges. I would like to call upon our respected principal ma'am to please come up and honor the judges. First, let's call Ms. Abhilasha on the stage. Audience, please put your hands together. Thank you, ma'am. Next, I call upon Ms. Anisha Saxena, one of the esteemed judges. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, now let's continue with our competition. After Divyanshi Pandey, we have Sanvi Sharma, and the code is EISEO 33.
Hello everyone. I am Dr. Tessie Thomas and people call me the Missile Woman of India. When I was a little girl in Kerala, I would sit on the beach with my father and watch the rocket rise into the sky. The sound of their engines felt like a heartbeat of courage. Right there, I promised myself that I would be a part of that sky. Of course, everyone said, Tessie, girls don't build missiles. But I said, science doesn't care if you're a boy or a girl. It only listens to your curiosity. When I joined DRDO, I was an ordinary engineering student. But I carried an extraordinary dream to make India's missile fly strong and safe. I still remember the day when Agni was launched. It wasn't just a missile, it was India's confidence taking flight. And you know, if an ordinary person doing engineering like me can come and work in this scientific field, then today's generation can do even better. We had only textbook knowledge, but now the whole world of knowledge is around you. You just need to think and have the inner desire to explore. STEM subjects, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics are as easy as other subjects. You only fear what you do not know, but once you learn, you know everything. That's how knowledge helps us move ahead. So, my dear young scientists, don't let fear stop you. Every question you ask is a spark. Every idea you chase is a launch. And every failure is just a test before your success ignites. I am Dr. Tessie Thomas, and I want every child, every girl to remember one thing. If you can dream it, you can launch it. Thank you.
Kudos to you for delivering such a heart-touching and flawless act. Judges, please note, team EISEO 33 took 2 minutes, 7 seconds.
Next on the stage, we have Mantasha Raza, code EISEO 25.
Good morning, everyone. I stand before you today, not only as a scientist, but as someone deeply humbled by the power we now hold over life itself. When Emmanuel Champagne and I envisioned CRISPR-Cas9 as a tool for editing genomes, we did not foresee the full magnitude of what it might become. Yet here we are at a moment where we can see science fiction knocking at a door. I want you to imagine something. A pair of tiny scissors, so small that it can cut the code of life itself, our DNA. That is what gene editing allows us to do. When Emmanuel Champagne and I discovered this tool, we realized that it could change the world. Why is gene editing important, you may ask? With CRISPR, scientists can fix broken genes that cause diseases, make crops grow better to fight hunger, and help us understand life in new ways. Imagine a future where where a child do not have to suffer from a disease passed on from their parents. That is the hope gene editing gives us. But along with hope comes fear. One night, even I had a dream where someone asked me to explain CRISPR. And when it turned around, it was Adolf Hitler. I woke up shocked. That dream reminded me of the danger if this power is misused. What if someone tries to create designer babies with chosen look or abilities? What if only rich can afford genetic fixes while others are left behind? So what should we do? We must use gene editing wisely and ethically. It should be used to cure, not to control, to heal, not to harm, to reduce suffering, not to create inequality. Scientists must work with the society, government, and young people like you to make sure this technology is used responsibly. The future of gene editing is like holding fire. It can warm us, it can burn us. The choice is ours. With wisdom, courage, and fairness, we can make it a tool for good. Though the future is uncertain, I believe turning away from this technology out of fear would be a mistake. Rather, we must work forward, carefully, thoughtfully, and with humility. Gene editing gives us a chance to heal, to correct, to advance human potential. But only if we use it with wisdom, conscience, and collective responsibility. Gene editing gives us a chance to heal the world. Let's use it with heart, wisdom, and courage. Thank you.
Wow, that was an engaging and confident performance. Thank you, dear.
Judges, please note, team 25 took 3 minutes, 18 seconds.
Coming up next is Kavya Ojha with the code EISEO06.
Namaste and good afternoon, everyone. Dreams don't come true just by dreaming. You have to make them come true. My name is Mahabir Pun. I came from a small village in mountains of Nepal called Nangi in Magdi district. Growing up, we don't have road, electricity, or even school with proper facilities. But I always believed that education and technology could change lives. So I studied hard, earned a scholarship, and went to the University of Nebraska where I studied science. My dream was not just to improve my own life, but to improve the life of people who live in the village of remote corners of Nepal. When I returned back, I worked on wireless internet project for rural Nepal. In early 2000, many villages were completely cut off the world. No phone, no communication, no internet. So using self-off Wi-Fi equipment, we built a wireless internet project using solar power with homemade antennas made from local materials like cans. This network connected more than 150 remote villages of Nepal. This is not only about network. This is about health, opportunity, and communication. This network helped schools to access to the resources, helped villagers to communicate with doctors, and helped farmers to know the market price. Later, I founded a National Innovation Center, a place where young scientists of Nepal can solve, innovate, and build to solve our country's problem. So, with my creative team, we've made some medical devices, smart farming tools, and include drones to transport medical supplies in hilly areas. This is not only about internet, that's all clear. I always believe that Nepali youth does not lack talent. They just need opportunity. I hope to inspire young minds to do hard, never give up, no matter where they come from. Thank you. Jai Nepal.
Definitely, we must dream big, work hard, and make it happen. Judges, please note team EISEO06 took 2 minutes 42 seconds.
Coming up next is Marvi Singh, and her code is EISEO01.
Hello everyone, I am Greta Thunberg, a climate activist from Sweden. A few years ago, I sat alone outside my apartment with a sign that said, "School strike for climate." I wasn't famous, I wasn't a scientist, I was just a student who decided to listen to science. Science tells us that our planet is heating, the ice caps are melting, forests are burning, species are disappearing. This is not a story from a faraway land. This is happening here, now. I want you to act as if your house is on fire, because it is. When I first spoke these words, I wanted the world to feel the urgency that science shows us. We cannot wait for someone else to solve this. Each of us has a role to play. Science gives us the truth. It helps us understand problems and find solutions, from clean energy to protecting forests and oceans. I may not be a scientist, but I trust the facts. I listen to the experts. We can't save the world by playing by the rules, because the rules have to be changed. Every child, every teacher, and every citizen can make a difference. Switch off lights when not needed. Say no to plastic. Plant trees. Speak up. You're never too small to make a difference. The climate crisis has already been solved. We already have the facts and solutions. All we have to do now is wake up and change. Science has shown us the problem. Now together, we must become the solution. Long live science, long live our planet. Thank you.
Thank you, young Greta. So she has given us a really important message that no, it doesn't matter how small or big we are, we can take tiny steps and we can make small efforts, and that will definitely make a big difference. Thank you, dear.
Just please note, team EISEO1 took 2 minutes 8 seconds.
After Marvi, we have Adraja Singh, and the code is EISEO31.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jai Jagat. Today, I'm here to portray Madame Marie Curie, a scientist whose hard work and discoveries changed the world. I will now share a glimpse of her inspiring life and thoughts. Even now, after 25 years of intensive research, we feel there is a great deal still to be done. We have made many discoveries. Pierre Curie, in the suggestions we found in his notes and in thoughts he expressed to me, has helped to guide us to him. But no one of us can do much. Yet each of us perhaps can catch some gleam of knowledge which, modest and insufficient to itself, may add to man's dream of truth. It is by these small candles in our darkness that we see before us, little by little, the dim outlines of that great plan that shapes the universe. And I am among those who think, for this reason, science has great beauty. and with its great spiritual strength, will in time cleanse this world of its evils, its ignorance, its poverty, diseases, wars, and heartaches. Look for the clear light of truth. Look for the unknown new roads. Even when man's sight is keen afar now, the divine wonder will never fail you. Every age has its own dreams. Leave then the dreams of yesterday. You take the torch of knowledge and build the Paris of the future. Thank you.
Thank you, young Curie, for guiding us with your message and encouraging our scientific spirit.
Judges, please note, Team EISEO 31 took 2 minutes 6 seconds.
Next, coming up on the stage is Supriya Yadav, code EISEO 1818.
Jai Jagat to everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I am Krita Thambak, but, not just to carry a title, but responsible to speak, to create, and to lead. I am here, ready to share with you a vision of strength and unity. Okay, so, this is wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all to come as young people for hope. By the way, nice to see you all. Peoples are suffering. Peoples are dying. Entire ecosystem is collapsing, and we are in the mass of beginning extinction. And all you can talk about is money and fairy tale of external economic growth. You have stolen my dreams with your empty words. You have stolen my childhood with your empty years. But, yet I am the lucky ones. More than 30 years, the science has been crystal clear. Then how dare to continue to look away and come here saying that you are doing enough when the politics and solution are still nowhere in sight? You say you understand us and that you really understand the urgency. But, no matter how sad and angry I am, I do not want to believe in that, because if you really understand the urgency and kept on failing, then you would be a evil, and that I refuse to believe. You are failing us. But young people started to understand your betrayal. The eyes of all future generations is upon you. And if you choose to fail us, I say, we will never forgive you. We will not let you get rid away with this. Right here, right now. The world is waking up and the change is coming, whether you like it or not. As I stand there, I have one reminder. The greatness is never about a one person. The greatness is about the impact we create. So let us walk forward with courage and unity, and the responsible to speak, inspire, and to lead, and the vision of strength, unity, and courage. Always believe in yourself, because nothing is impossible in there. Everything is possible. Just try hard, try hard, try hard. Thank you. Have a great day ahead.
Absolutely delightful to watch you perform. Judges, please note, Team EISEO 18 took 2 minutes 49 seconds.
Let's welcome Tejas Singh on the stage, and the code is EISEO 1919.
Audience, please applaud them for their performance and motivate them.
Imagine a world without light, without electricity, without phones, planes, or even medicines. Life would be living in the dark. But then came science.
like a torch that lit up the path of humanity. Good morning, everyone. I am Albert Einstein, and I'm going to speak on a simple yet powerful idea. Long live science. Science is not just about experiments in a lab. Science is a story of courage, curiosity, and creativity. It's the story of Newton, who saw an apple fall and he dared to ask why. It's the story of Marie Curie, who gave us the gift of X-rays at the cost of her own health. It's the story of every scientist who believed that the impossible could become possible. I once said, the important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. And that, my friends, is the heartbeat of science. Questions. Every discovery begins with a child asking why. But let's not forget, science is not just about rockets to Mars or robots in factories. Science is in the clean water we drink, the bridges we cross, the phones we use, and even the music that we play. Science lives in our everyday lives. So today, let us cheer together. Long live curiosity, long live discovery, long live science, because as long as science lives, hope lives, and the future shines brighter. Thank you.
Thank you, young Einstein. You really brought the personality to life with your performance.
Judges, please note, team 19 took 1 minute 58 seconds.
Next, coming up on the stage is Smith Baviskar, and the code is EISEO 23.
From my childhood days, I was fascinated by the night sky. The stars seem eternal, mysterious, and inapproachable. If only one asked right question. That curiosity led me to cosmology, the study of the universe. Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Jayendra Rikad. Along with my teachers and colleagues, I try to understand not just how the universe works, but how it began or how it evolves and what the future might be. One important lesson science has taught me is humility. The universe is vast, and our knowledge, however advanced, is still small. But every discovery, whether it's about galaxies millions of light years away, or it's about tiniest particle in an atom, adds to our collective wisdom. I also want to emphasize that science is not separate from society. Scientific thinking means asking why, testing answers, and not blindly following tradition or authority. This spirit is essential not only in laboratories but in everyday life. If we wish to progress, we must encourage our children to think freely, to question, to imagine, and not to fear mistakes. Remember, it is not enough to just learn science. We must also share it with others in a simple, understandable language. That is why I have written books and spoken to the students across the country. I believe that scientific temple is important to our democracy and as freedom itself. My young friends, I will end by saying the universe is like a great book written in the language of nature. If you learn and read it with curiosity, honesty, or critical thinking, then Every day will bring you a new adventures. Thank you.
Really, your confidence and coordination deserves a huge round of applause, audience. Judges, please note, Team EISEO 23 took 2 minutes 40 seconds.
Next is the second last participant, Buranuddin, and the code is EISEO 1414.
I'm done.
You may begin.
People often ask me, Sona, you are an engineer. Why are you farming with eyes? And I smile because in Ladakh, where I was born, the mountains whisper this truth. If we listen to the nature, she shows us everything we need. My name is Sona Vanjuk, and I build solutions not in labs, but in deserts, classrooms, and frozen rivers. When I was a child, schools didn't make sense to me. They taught me things that I couldn't use. They ignored the wisdom of my grandmother. They laughed at the power of local knowledge. So I asked, what if education felt like home? What if learning solved real problems? That question led me to build a SECMAL, Students' Education and Culture Movement of Ladakh, a school for the so-called failures of Ladakh. But these failures became engineers, farmers, solar experts. We built classrooms powered by sunlight, cooked with solar stove, and when the villagers cried for water, we built ice stupas, artificial glaciers that melt slowly and save crops in summer. Our machines don't fight nature, they follow it. And I tell every student, every leader, the future of Ladakh, the Himalayas and planet depends on how we behave now. If we act with greed, we lose. If we act with harmony, we heal. The earth doesn't need more degrees. It needs the doers. It needs the children who think they hand, build with their heart, and learn from the rivers, the sun, and their own people. So the next time, throw away ideas that sounds too simple. Remember, even an ice mountain can grow with one drop of wisdom. My name is Sonam Vanchuk, and I believe real education doesn't change your marks, it changes your world. Thank you.
Thank you, Funsuk Wangru. Oops. Sonam Wangchu, for showing us that with determination, everything is possible.
Judges, please note, Team 14 took 3 minutes 4 seconds.
Last participant of this competition is Kushagra Reddy, and the code is EISEO 09.
Namaste.
Have you ever felt hunger? Not just skipping lunch. I mean the hunger that makes a child cry in sleep. The hunger that steals strength from a farmer's hands. In 1960s, India stood at the edge of famine. Our fields were dry, our granaries were empty, and I asked myself, what good is science if it cannot save lives? My name is M.S. Swaminathan, and I made my life's mission to feed the nation with respect for both people and the planet. When I saw the Bengal famine as a teenager, I knew I would not become a doctor to treat bodies. I would become a scientist to heal the soil. I worked with international scientists like Norman Borlaug and brought highly yield wheat and rice to Indian fields. But technology alone was not enough. We listened to the farmers, walked in their fields, respected their wisdom, and brought irrigation where there was none. We taught seed saving, soil caring, and eco farming. This was not just a green revolution. This was a people's revolution. And in every room I entered, from village huts to parliament halls, I reminded them, if conservation of natural resources goes wrong, nothing will go right. Today, we grow more food than ever. But we must ask, are we growing it with care and for all? I might be gone, but my questions lives on in you. Be a scientist or a farmer or a citizen who values every drop of rain and every grain of rice, because science at its best serves the earth and people together. My name is M.S. Swaminathan, and I believe real progress feeds both the body and the soul. Thank you.
Thank you, dear M.S. Swaminathan, for your valuable message. It will inspire all of us to dream big and stay curious.
Judges, please note, Team EISEO 09 took 2 minutes 54 seconds.
Thank you to all our young participants for their amazing performances. Your voices truly brought the stories to life. We appreciate everyone's efforts and enthusiasm. Now, I would like to call upon our respected judge, Ms. Anisha Saxena, to share her views.
A very good afternoon, children, and very good afternoon, teachers. Such a pleasure to be here. Let me tell you honestly, before I came here today to watch this exceptional program, I used to feel I'm a very good orator. I can speak very well. But when I saw these young ones speaking so confidently, so much of expressions, I feel I have so much to learn from these little children. They all were just mind-blowing, incredible talent. Especially when I go home, I can never forget these children who dressed up as Kalpana Chawla and Archimedes and Mr. Wangchuk and the child, Mr. Bose, who spoke the language of the plants. It was just very, very moving. Child, everybody is a winner here. Everybody who walks up on the stage, who's chosen to speak, amongst hundreds of children is a winner. But who's a star? A child who can hold the attention for 3 minutes and move the judges with their expressions, with their emotion, is actually the winner. So we have given marks, though it was very difficult to decide. The marks are just 1 or 2 marks up and down. So let me congratulate all the children who participated here, and I want to congratulate all the teachers for putting up this effort. Thank you, Pooja ma'am, for inviting me today. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your invaluable insight. Now, I would like to call upon our respected judge, Ms. Abhilasha, to share her opinion and thoughts regarding this competition.
Good afternoon, all of you. Thank you for inviting me as a judge. It was really so delightful watching each child so confident and full of energy and zeal. And believe me, each one was better than the other. And even as Ma'am Anisha said, I have learned a lot from them. The first thing is confidence. The amount of confidence they had and the confidently they were speaking. It was actually commendable. So let us give a huge round of applause to each one of them. Winning is not the thing. It's only participation itself is commendable. So just once again, I congratulate each one of you and keep going and keep doing well in your life. All the best for your future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your constructive feedback. Now, I would like to thank our esteemed judges for evaluating the participants. Your time and expertise are truly appreciated. With this, we conclude our voice-over competition. Thank you, audience.
Jai Jagat everyone, an important announcement. Like today at 5 o'clock, we are having the cultural presentation. That is May Unity Prevail on Earth. And I would request all the team leaders, team members to be punctual and report in the auditorium at 5 p.m. sharp. Before that, you may have obviously, you will have your evening tea and snacks. So dear team leaders, dear team members, please be ready and please adhere to the time. Thank you.